How's everybody doing? Puppy Pot and Chill 727. Woo, getting up there. Munch is on the bed. I don't know if he's coming down. If he does, I got treats for him, so we'll see. But for now, let's just jump on in. Oh, wait. Puppy Pot and Chill. I do got my bowl loaded. Before I forget, let's take a hit. And always remember, you got to be 21 in the state where it's legal to smoke marijuana. If you're not 21, just don't do it. Let's be smart stoners. Good hit. Woo! Woo! Alright. 80% of those with Omicron have been jabbed already. Doctors and scientists say Omicron is so transmissible that everyone will get it. But it is so mild that many don't even know that they've had it or got it. So if everybody's going to get Omicron, does the jab even work? I mean, I just thought about that. They want you to get the jab, but you're going to get Omicron anyway. That doesn't make any damn sense. So I don't know. Just something to think about. Dems will not let go of January 6th. What happened January 6th? Well, there's a demonstration. Trump told people to go home. And then there were some people who ran in yelling into the building, yelling and screaming. And then there were some that vandalized some stuff and assaulted security and officers. But most people just stumbled in and mulled around, not really knowing what the fuck was going on. Like literally 95% of the people who ransacked the building walked in. You know, the cops held the doors open for them as they walked in, and they didn't violate the velvet ropes. But you know, there's like 120 officers that were injured, not killed. You know, it's terrible that these officers were just injured, but 120 officers that were injured. And for the George Floyd demonstration that was more of a riot than January 6th will ever be, the George Floyd protests had 2,000 officers injured, and at least 6 people were killed in the original George Floyd protests and unrest. These were riots. Along with reports, okay, see, here we go. With the George Floyd riots or protests, there were reports of shooting, looting, vandalism, and arson. But it wasn't rioting. You know, that's January, January 6th, that was rioting. Even though, even though the only shooting was officers shooting through a door blindly who hit a woman in the head through a window and killed her. Not the demonstrators doing this. This was the Capitol Police doing this, shooting somebody. Like I said, one cop fired blindly through a door, through a window, striking a woman in the head, killing her. But as for the looting, I think it was like 2 laptops and 5 other items were taken and they were recovered. There was no vandalism. There was no arson. And within 3 hours, it was over. Everybody was cleared out and they finished the vote and the election and all that bullshit. Not like the George Floyd riot that lasted 48 hours and people died and houses got burnt, and buildings got burnt to the ground. And there's so much vandalism, it's in the billions. And there's arson. They're trying to start buildings on fire. You know, that's where we can get into Kyle Rittenhouse, who is trying to stop people from lighting businesses on fire. Yeah, and other demonstrations / riots around the country, things didn't end in 3 hours. As a matter of fact, in these large, democratically run shithole cities, Chaz's were set up. Autonomous zones. I don't remember any autonomous zones in the capital. Do you? Yeah, that's because there were none. January 6th was just a... God, it's not even... they want to call it a riot and an insurrection. When if you want to see a riot, you know, just pull up Chicago, Detroit, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Olympia, Portland. Those are riots. Shooting, looting, arson, vandalism, all there, every time. You know, and all this is over the BLM, where, you know, the big agenda being pushed is the number of blacks being shot is rising. No, it's not. This last year it was 165, but if you go back previous 4 years, they'd all been going down. So the shootings had actually been going down during Trump's administration, and then the first year that Biden got in, the shootings go way up again. If you don't believe me, you can look these stats up. They're online. All right. This last year, there were 165 blacks shot by police, 314 whites, 124 Hispanics, and 11 Native Americans. So the death toll for the whites is about double what it is for the blacks. So police are shooting white people twice as much as they're shooting black people. Yeah. I just got through saying it's been dropped in the last 4 years, except for the last one where Biden was in office, and then it went back up. You can go look. All these stats are there online. Let me see where I'm at. The only reason we keep hearing about the January 6th is because it's all the Democrats have. It wasn't a riot, not an insurrection, not a coup. It was less of a riot than any other demonstrations around the country that were riots. Where big looting and building fires happened, like every night. That's why you keep hearing about January 6th. It's all the Democrats have. It's the only thing they can hold against us. The only thing. They literally have nothing else to hang their hat on. So the left is going to be worse than a dog with a bone about this. They're not going to let go. It's the only game they've got. And they're going to play that game as often as they can. All right? Not that the game's any good. It's actually very weak, because people can look at the video from January 6th, then look at the video of, say, a Portland demonstration and see the difference between what a riot is and what a riot isn't. All right? The January 6th charge into the Capitol building should not have happened. All right, I don't agree with that. I think peaceful demonstrations are the way to go, but going in and pushing through, assaulting officers, that's not the way to do it. Now, out of the 5% of people that did that, those 5% should go to jail. If you went into the Capitol and you assaulted any of the officers or did any damage or took anything, go to jail. You fucked up. But the rest of them that walked in and was like, hey, Marge, will you take a selfie with me? Hey, look. You know, those people aren't guilty of anything other than being dumb. So anyway, that's what I think about that. Things are a fucked mess. We are in neck deep into the problem of shut the fuck up and mind your business. The self-entitled social justice warrior or worthless piece of shits just need to shut the fuck up and mind their own fucking business. Period. And stop interjecting yourself into anything that is not your business. I mean, these social justice warrior fucktards will run their mouth like there are no consequences for the things they say. I mean, they run their dick suckers, you know, without thinking, and you never know. They might just pick the one guy who's not going to put up with their shit and going to beat the ever-living fuck out of them for running their mouth. I got close the other day. A social justice warrior was running their mouth about a car altercation. She almost hit me when I pulled into Safeway because she wasn't paying attention. She shouldn't have to. She's important. Everybody else can just fucking get out of her way. Well, I didn't. And she started running her fucking mouth and blah, 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 rah, 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 rah. And she actually tried to insult my car. I'm not sure what good that did, but, I mean, they'll take anything they could get. You know, grab anything. She was calling me names and everything. And people around me were looking at her like she was fucked in the head, and I just, whatever, kept walking by, you ignorant bitch. I don't have to listen to you, and I'm not gonna. But it's funny because I thought about it for a second. I was like, while she was running her mouth calling me names and shit, calling me, you know, I was thinking to myself, is it worth a night in jail and a fine? You know, I mean, is that close? So, you never know. You might catch that one lunatic out there, and if you're a social justice warrior and you go running up trying to tell this person what to do, they're just going to snap and fuck you up. So I'm asking people, is that the hill you want to die on? Really? You might want to choose your battles a little bit better. You know, because you never know. Somebody out there just might not be willing to take it and just fuck you up while you're running your mouth. There's no such thing as free speech. I mean, we got freedom of speech for sure. But if you think there's no consequences for the things you say, you're wrong. You're wrong. You may not get it today or tomorrow, but there's always consequences. Vice President Harris, in her infinite ignorance, compared January 6th to 9/11. Now, I know a lot of people weren't alive for that, so let me tell you, 9/11 was horrible. People leaping hundreds of stories to their death because the fire was too hot behind them. People rushing into these smoke-filled buildings, dying while trying to save others. Thousands died. I think it was a grand total of 3 buildings collapsed. You know, and she's comparing January 6th to 9/11, and then she laughed. What a fucking ignorant, racist cunt she is. God, Jesus, she's just, She's just a racist, ignorant, cunt shell of a person, just filled with ignorance. It's the only way to describe her. Australia's draconian mandates are causing people to break. The other day, a guy set himself on fire. They're starting to arrest people for leaving their house, even if they don't have papers. I mean, right now the lockdown is so bad that they can't leave their house for any reason. They can't. I mean, if you look it up, it's crazy. They literally have to be going to a hospital to leave their house. It's just insane. But people are breaking over there. And now in America, in large cities, large democratic shithole-run cities and areas like Chicago, Detroit, New York, Portland, Seattle, Olympia, San Francisco, Los Angeles, they're all democratically run shithole cities now. Well, in New York, people were arrested for not having their papers. You know, and then you can get in trouble if you have your papers, but you're not fully covered with the 4 jabs. So, you know, and along with that, you know, you have government pushing for the good vaxxed people to turn in their friends and family if they're not following the mandates. Well, I just want you to remember, this is for your safety. Just do as you're told, and everything will be fine. And just, it's for your safety. We're doing all this for you. If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. Alright, let's do something crazy. Come here, Munch. Good hit. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Hold still. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Shake. Good boy. Sit up. All right. And stand up. Good boy. Come here. Sit. Come here. Sit. Stay. Okay. Good boy. He's so fast at that. Here you go. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Sit up. Good boy. He's such a good boy. All right, don't move. Don't move. Don't move. And there we go, puppy pots and chill, or puppy pot and chill with some munch tricks at the end. All right, let's see how he handles this. Okay, go ahead. There you go, buddy. All right. There we go, munch tricks. Alright, if you like my video, give it a thumbs up, share it. Peace. I love you fuckers. Have a good day. Stay high, bitches.